What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole here with you once again. Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. It's great to be back. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great to be back with you tonight. Yes, yes, yes. Woo. Oh, yes. Great to be here. Oh, man. First of all, I want to say thanks to everyone who's been writing in, supporting the show with the changes again, everything that's going on, all the changes we've been doing, and when it comes down to the show, the way it is now, thank you so much for your input and everything that I've heard from you guys. And one of the big things that I actually heard from you guys is, well, let me say first, it is Season 8, Episode number 2 of the new Sports Frenzy season. And some of the stuff that to be addressed at this point, got some input from some of my fellow students and some emails and messages of support and some comments here and there. So I just want to thank everybody for all that great stuff. And one of the big questions that came up for everybody was, okay, Coach, what's going on? Why does it sound like it's the end of the world? So, like I explained before, going back to basics, we tried to, I changed things up a little bit. I was trying to give it a little more of a talk show feel. But you guys were not a big fan of that.
No.
You did not want to hear just monotone talking. You want me to get back to the format that we had before. You want jolly, you want happy, you want good times. So you got it, folks. Yes, we're getting back to that. So thank you so much for everybody that wrote in. It's a great boost for me. So, I'm so glad that you all want to hear the show, and I'm glad for the input. Love it so much. So thanks again, guys, for everyone who is still with us, still supporting the show. And we are on Season 8, Episode 2, and we actually do have a lot to get to tonight. Once again, apologize for not getting a recap show done this week. It has been a crazy week. So, recap show I'm putting on tonight. So, again, I am so sorry for the delay in that. I'm going to try and get back better on that this week.
Do it.
All right, so we're going to jump right into last week's picks for you guys and see how everybody did. There were some surprises on here for me, so we shall see. We'll talk about things here in a little bit. Right now, let's get into the recap version of the show. All right, our first games were Friday night high school football games, and our first game had Addison. Sees Addison. Yes, that's right. Dressed in my Addison gear tonight. Addison, 58-13. Big win for them. Second up, we had Tecumseh winning the rivalry game. Hold the presses, everyone.
That was easy.
What? What was that? No, it wasn't. There was no easiness about that at all because this game ended up, as fans will tell you, ended up going into Sunday morning because the power went out at Maple Stadium. So I still don't know why that happened, but it did. So, I mean, it happened. Anyway, so the score there, Tecumseh gets the win in the big rivalry game, 11-7. Oh, that was your first 3-point bonus game as well. Sorry, guys. Gotta get over my own notes here. All right, next. A surpriser game for me, and probably considered an upset special game, really, when you think about it. Because we have Britton Deerfield getting a win over the big Madison Trojans. Next up, Clinton getting back on their winning ways. Clinton getting a win over Whitmore Lake, 31-8. Ida beats Blissfield in pretty good fashion, 48-21. Let's see. Morenci getting a huge win over Sand Creek. This is a rivalry game. And the Bulldogs pull off the win, 38-6. Sand Creek Aggies, should be worried about you guys this season? I don't know. We might discuss that more later. We have Onstead Wildcats getting a huge win, 56-0. The Onstead Wildcats, folks, are 3-0 right now. Let that sink in. Next up, Lenawee Christian, who, and I apologize for this. Somewhere along the lines, I put down the wrong team they were playing. Thank God for my my helper and good friend Melissa Morton, who has a son playing on the team this year. And she told me who they played, and they beat the team, so it didn't really affect you guys much as far as not knowing who the other team really was. 40-12. In what I thought was going to be my squeaker game of the week. We have Hudson Tigers taking it to Columbia Central, 48-21. It was the second half of the game before Columbia Central even got their game going, really. So I am starting off rough as far as squeaker games go. That was your last. Oh no, it wasn't. Sorry about that. Once again, screwed that up too. We have the Dundee Vikings getting a big win over the Hillsdale Hornets, 20-7. All right, that was your last high school game from last week. Moving into Saturday's games, we had some good college football premier games this week. Unfortunately, I was very busy and not able to catch many games. It's been a crazy few weeks for myself. We'll talk about that more later as well. But Michigan gets the job done against the Bearcats, 36-14. However, from what I heard about this game, Bearcats did actually expose some weaknesses in Michigan this past week. So we shall see how they battle back from that a little bit. Again, we're a young team this year, so, got to bear with us in the transition stages there. My other 3-point bonus game of the week, I expected this to be a better game than it was. Western Michigan struggling a little bit this year. But, I mean, that's to be expected, in my opinion. They have a new coach, and they have a pretty tough schedule after, winning so much last season. So they lose to Michigan State 28-14. And that was your other 3-point bonus game. Next up, we have Alabama getting a big win this past week, 41-10. And Hillsdale College escaping with a squeaker of a win, 31-27. Olivet College gets a big win over Siena Heights, 20-11 is your final score there. Then our two NFL games we had on here this week. The Detroit Lions coming out looking rough in the beginning. Making us think, oh boy, same old Lions. But they didn't. All that money we're paying Stafford paid off. Detroit Lions get the win, 35-23. You will see that, well, I'll get into that later. And the Pittsburgh Steelers getting it done against the Cleveland Indians, 21-18. That is all your games. NASCAR, the race, my guy gets a win. Kyle Busch came in number 1. Number 2 was a guy I've never heard of, Ryan Blaney. And number 3 was a dude that's also not on our sheets, Eric Jones. All right. Those are your games from last week. That gets us through the recap show, everybody. Is everybody ready for this week's games? I tried to get sheets out early this week for you guys. Basically, I've been trying to work on these a little bit earlier. Also, I still hope everyone is okay with the new format. I did get some information about that from you guys too, so I did some tweaking of the sheets this week as well, just to reflect some of your guys' needs just a little bit. So, all right, let's get into this week's picks. These games take place September 15th through September 17th. And again, this is Season 8, Episode 2. And I have not made my picks either yet, guys. So this will be, we'll be doing this all together. All right, starting off with high school football this week. Well, every week, really, for pretty much. These games, I actually double-checked them this time, so my game list should be correct. And I will also, I didn't get the sheets posted online yet for those who like to follow on the Sports Frenzy page. I will get those up as soon as I can. Probably as soon as the show is over, while I'm uploading the program for everyone. What else was I going to tell you guys real quick? Oh, yes. If you're following us, you can follow us on the Sports Frenzy page on Facebook. We also have the Twitter page. That is at Sports Frenzy 1. And the new YouTube page for Sports Frenzy is Coach Co Sports Frenzy 1. That's how you can, if I don't send you the direct links to the video, you can find the videos there. So, yes, a couple of notes there. I forgot to, another thing I forgot to do, post the actual link site to join the Facebook page. Basically what it is you request to join, and I have to approve it. It's all that is. So it's not that big of a deal. Get you guys through it with no problem. All right, let's get to this week's games, and we are starting off with the outfit I am wearing. That's right, guys. The Addison Panthers. For the first time, as far back as I can remember, and I could be wrong on this, and somebody could call me out about it, but hey, I'm supporting my Addison stuff this week, so don't give me too hard of a time. And I am an Addison alumnus, so I'm allowed to talk about Addison, okay? I can do it. Addison right here. Addison alumnus. I'm okay to talk about Addison. So calm down out there, people. They get mad about us talking about Addison. All right, this week we have the 3 wins and 0 losses The Addison Panthers. Yes, the Panthers are 3-0. Depending on how you want to look at this. Yes. Again, there's a hot debate about the Panthers. And it's, it depends on what side of the fence you're on. Some are saying, well, they haven't had any real competition yet. And then they chose their first game, so they played a team that was fairly new. And then there's people that are on the other side of the fence. It's like, you know what? Let these kids have their break. And is there anything wrong with the fact that we wanted to go out and find a team that we can play and beat to help our record? So it really depends on what side of the fence you're on. All right, they are on the road this week. They are traveling to the Napoleon Pirates, who have 2 wins and 1 loss. Ooh. 2 wins and 1 loss. Panthers on the road. You know what? I'm just going to reach out for it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go. I'm wearing the gear. I'm going Panther Power, baby. Panther Power. We're going to be 4-0 before the weekend is over. Got a few Panther fans out there. All right, our next game, we have the Ypsilanti Grizzlies, who have 2 wins and 1 loss. 2 wins and 1 loss. Ypsilanti Grizzlies. And they are traveling to the 2 wins and 1 loss, the Adrian Maples. Let me hear you, Adrian. We got some Adrian fans out there. Yes, we do. Yes, we have some viewers in the Adrian area who view our show. So thank you very much. I have to say about this, guys, little joke here, but don't throw things at me. Don't get mad at me. But I have to ask the tough questions. Are the lights going to stay on in Maple Stadium this week? Are they? Oh, come on! It was a joke! Oh, stop it. It was a joke. But, I mean, it is a new system. I still don't know what happened, guys. So, I'm going with the home team. The Maples for the win. Let's go, Adrian. Let's go, Adrian. All right, our next game this week has Onstead on the road. Onstead, man. 3 wins and 0 losses. That's right. The Onstead Wildcats are 3-0. They have not been... Let's see, excuse me. I've been living here for a while now in Onstead, and they have not been really what I would call a superb team. 3-0, and they are on the road this week, let's see, to be tested by the 1 win and 2 losses Blissfield. I honestly don't think Onstead's going to see any problems this week on the road. I am going Onstead for the win. All right, next up, we have the Britton Deerfield Patriots getting a surprising win this past week. They have 1 win and 2 losses, and they are on the road this week. And they are playing Summerfield, who has 2 wins and 1 loss. This is a rivalry game, folks. And I was talking to a real nice guy last week who subbed in our room. I won't hold it against him that he's a Michigan State fan because we got along really well. I was wearing my Michigan gear. He was talking state stuff. And I liked the guy. We got along really well. And he suggested to me, you know what, Coach? Maybe for these rivalry games, you could give us what the series record is for these guys. And I'm like, you know what? I love that idea. That is a great idea. If I can find the series rivalry, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, this week, folks, I do have what the rivalry looks like for you guys. Really, it looks like this is a fairly new rivalry. These guys have only been playing for about 4 years or so. Excuse me. And it looks like Summerfield leads the series. 4 wins, 3 losses, 0 ties or 0 whatever there. And Britton Deerfield has the 3 wins from this series. So the series lead goes to Summerfield at the moment. And I know that Britton Deerfield is our local team. But I've got to go Summerfield for the win. I know. I'm sorry. Summerfield for the win. They have the better record. Although Britton Deerfield, I will give you this. Sorry. You guys got a pretty big win last week. So, I mean, an upset isn't really too far off. Hey guys, a quick commercial break. I am, just because I need another drink as well, I am drinking Brisk Pink Lemonade this week. One of the coach's drinks of choice. Now you know I drink a lot of, this is one of my quick go-to drinks when I can't find my other lemonades. So this is what I'm drinking this week. Brisk Pink Lemonade. It's 99 cents. Quick grab. It's good stuff. All right. Sorry about that. Throat was getting a little dry. All right, our next game this week, we have the Clinton Redskins on the road this week as well. They have 2 wins and 2 wins and 1 loss. They are a young team this year, from what I've heard. They're on the road, and they lost to Blissfield. That's where Blissfield actually got their 1 win from. They beat up on Clinton pretty good. So, Clinton Redskins, 2 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to Morenci to play the Bulldogs. Morenci Bulldogs have 2 wins, 2 losses. Morenci's at home. Man, some of my kids went to Clinton. My wife's from Clinton. I still got family in Clinton. I like Clinton. This is going to be a double whammy here. I'm going with Clinton for the win. I hope the young guys can get it done. Clinton for the win. Sorry, Morenci. Yeah, I know. You guys will be out to prove me wrong this week. All right, next up, we have the 2 wins and 1 loss. The Dundee Vikings. 2 wins and 1 loss. Dundee Vikings. They are traveling this week on the road, and I have a typo here for you guys, and I'm sorry about this. So if you will correct this on your sheets, or just listen to the show, depending on what you do. They are traveling to Hudson to play the Tigers, who are 3 wins and 0 losses. This game will be, I'm sure we'll be hearing in from my my good friend and brother and Hudson sideline reporter Rich Hollowell, who does report all the games for me. And thank you again for all the hard work you do over there in Hudson for us, Rich Hollowell. Shout out to you, buddy. Hudson's on a roll once again this year. They are on a mission to get back, continue their playoffs, and maybe even try to win a championship. I'm going Hudson for the win. All right, next up. Okay, Sand Creek Aggies struggling this year. They have 1 win and 2 losses under their new head coach. Luckily, they got that 1 win the night for their former coach, and they named the field dedication to him. So I asked Sand Creek legend Jason Boring what was going on in Sand Creek. Were they making any changes out there or anything? He doesn't have a great amount of details for us, but he did tell me that, yes, they are starting to mess with things a little bit, making some changes to the offense and stuff, which unofficially he's not sure how he felt about that. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens with the Sand Creek Aggies, who are on the road this week, traveling to Madison, who has 0 wins and 3 losses. Madison's struggling this year. But I know a friend of mine and one of my coworkers, Janika's son, would have been playing for these guys, and he's hurt and out for the season, so I'm sure that hurt him. And I'm not sure what else they got going on over there, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. Coach Taz used to be a neighbor of mine when I lived in Adrian. Great guy. I really like him. So hopefully they'll stay with him and help him get the football program turned back around again. And even if it's an off season for Madison, that they can battle back from their woes and continue on. Jeez. I'm worried about Sand Creek, where they're standing right now. Man. This one's a tough one, because I feel like Sand Creek is not happy with their performance, so they're going to want to come out and change things. They're changing things this week, obviously, but I don't know. Sand Creek's 1 win, 2 losses. Madison with no wins. But Madison has the home field advantage this week. Man, this is a tough one. With Sand Creek making those changes, I'm not sure if the team will be quite ready for that. I don't like going against Sand Creek, but I'm thinking this is a home game for Madison. Madison is going to want to win. Man, Madison's got some injured guys. They could. You know what? I'm changing that. I'm gonna go Sand Creek just because I don't have a full report on Madison and what is making it so they're not really getting any wins right now. Other than I know that Janika's son is not playing for him this year. So I know some of you are saying this, my Sand Creek audience, and then there is probably my Madison fans or no longer fans. Don't hold it against me, everyone. That was too close for me. It was hard for me to call that game. I'm thinking it could go either way, honestly. All right, next up, we have the Chelsea Bulldogs, who have 2 wins and 1 loss. They're on the road this week. They are traveling to Tecumseh. Well, I have down as 3 wins and 1 loss. I don't think that's right either. I think I messed that one up. Anyway, I made this your second. Wait a second. No, I didn't. I haven't even had that yet. Anyway, this is... You ready, guys? Bringing it back just for you guys because you wanted it. It's your first 3-point bonus game. It's your first 3-point bonus game. Everybody now, it's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. So I have Tecumseh, who having 2 wins and 1 loss. And Chelsea has 2 wins and 1 loss. This game is in Tecumseh. Another tough game. I chose these games too, so I should know. This is going to get me a lot of heat. I'm going Chelsea. That's right, Chelsea. I'm so sorry, Tecumseh fans. I'm going to get in big time trouble for that. I just feel Chelsea is a better team. They seem to have better football program. So, oh, that's going to get me in trouble. Yeah, I won't be getting no Tecumseh chance. I'm going to get a lot of hate mail this week. I can't even ship it off on Jamie anymore because he's no longer with us. So, all right. Next up, we have Columbia Central. They have 2 wins and 1 loss. They are on the road this week. Traveling to Ida, who has 3 wins and 0 losses. Columbia Central coming off a big loss last week. I know they weren't happy about that. Columbia Central also have one of our Laura Havlin teachers out there. Coaches at Columbia, and that was I didn't get a chance to talk to him this week. We've both been very busy, so I don't know how he really felt about. I didn't even get a chance to talk to him on what happened there, so I'm just kind of winging it. And Laura Havlin programs are actually a part of our show now, so let me hear a shout out for you guys. Yes. Thank you so much for joining the show, guys. Well, with that being said, you know what? I'm going with my coworker and the coach from Columbia Central. Columbia Central for the win this week. They can do it against Knight. I still, as much passion as he was talking about the team, I still feel like they can get the job done over there. So we shall see. All right, our final high school football game of the week. And you know what? I need to double check this. Give me a second here. I want to make sure, because this past week I messed this up. And they actually, Lenawee Christian ended up playing Saturday, and I had them playing Friday night. So let me double check this one for you guys real quick. You know, this whole sheet thing is new to me, so you know, in the years past, Jamie has helped me with them. So I've been getting a little rambunctious, I think, with some of this stuff here. Oops. And so I want to double check and make sure this is a Friday night game. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yep, this is a Friday night game. Good. All right, I got it right this time. So this is a Friday night game. And so we have the 3 wins and 0 losses. Lenawee Christian. Those of you who remember or know Melissa Morton, her son plays on the team this year. So Melissa Morton is our Lenawee Christian sideline reporter. She did a great job this past week of keeping us up to date on all things Lenawee Christian. So thank you, Morton. Love you and appreciate you out there giving us the scores from your neck of the woods. But they are on the road this week. They are playing the Pittsford Wildcats, who have 2 wins and 1 loss. Well, just because I got a good friend that has her son plays for him, I'm definitely going Lenawee Christian for the win. All right, guys. It is time. We are moving into some NCAA football action. Okay. NCAA football is back. Are continuing on. Our first game of the week, we have the 1 win, 0 losses, the mighty Air Force. Can't knock our military teams at all. However, they are traveling to the world's greatest college football team. That's right. The mighty Michigan Wolverines. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. They have 2 wins and 0 losses. And yes, this is a classic throwback logo I have for them, but I like it. This game is on at 12 p.m. and it will be played on the Big Ten Network. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. You know who I got. And I was being, as some of you noticed, I'm being nice this season. I've been covering Michigan State football. I know, that's a long stretch for me. Throwing Michigan State in there. It's hard, but I've been doing it. Anyway, you'll see that they are not on the sheets this week, and that is because it is a bye week for them. So, no Michigan State this week because second weekend they already have a bye week. Kind of weird to me, but hey, what do I know? But we do have your Western Michigan Broncos. Yes. We have the Idaho Vandals. They have 1 win and 0 losses. They're on the road. Correction and timeout. The Idaho Vandals have 1 win and 1 loss. They're traveling to the Western Michigan Broncos. We have some Broncos fans out there. I know we do. It's been a tough season for these guys already under their new coach. They have 0 wins and 2 losses. But folks, I feel like this is the week. Yes, I do. I feel like this week, Western Michigan gets it done.
Awesome.
Next up, moving into continuing on with college football. We have a team I've never really heard of, and I'm sorry if I butcher your name. This is McKendree University. McKendree University. And they have 1 win and 0 losses. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't tell you about the Western Michigan game. This game is a 7 p.m. game. And they will be. You can watch it on ESPN3, which is the app, I believe. So, anyway, sorry about that. Not to miss that vital piece. So we have McKendree University, and I'm sorry if I butchered you guys' name. They have 1 win and 0 losses. They are traveling to Hillsdale College. Hillsdale Chargers. They are red hot right now. They have 2 wins and 0 losses. Those of you that know Coach Gordy, who is a coach for the baseball team, knows that he's a friend of mine. And so I'm going Hillsdale College for the win. Let's see what else we got here. Oh! You guys are going to be like, what in the world? Really? All right, everyone. That's right. It's our Squeaker Game of the Week. Right now my cat is eyeing that very closely. Can't have it, Miko. He's giving me the look. All right, we have Rockford, who have 0 wins and 1 loss. And they are playing Adrian, who has 0 wins and 1 loss. I went with the philosophy that both these teams have 1 loss, so both of them are going to want a victory this week. That's why I feel like this game is going to be close. I could be very wrong. I was very wrong on my first Squeaker Game of the Week, so you know, Jamie used to sweat these games big time. I'm going with Adrian College for the win, everybody. All right, next up, we have our final college football game of the week. We have the 0 wins and 2 losses. Siena Heights University. They're on the road this week, playing the Robert Morris Eagles, who have 1 win and 0 losses. I did it again, guys. The Adrian Bulldog game kicks off at 7 p.m. Sorry about that, guys. And anyway, Siena Heights University, 0 wins and 2 losses. They're on the road. They are traveling to the Robert Morris University in Illinois, the Eagles. This game has a 2 p.m. kickoff time. They have 1 win and 1 loss, but that's 2 p.m. Central Time. Saints, unfortunately, not off to a great start. I know, they're the home for our Special Olympics. And Rick said to me last week, he said, you're going to actually pick a football team just because that's where our Special Olympics are held? Can't talk. And I said, no, I'm not. And so, again, that holds true this week. I'm going Robert Morris University Eagles. And I'm an Eagle fan, so I like Eagles. Dun 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 dun. Yes, that's right. As terrible as that was, we are into NFL football season, folks. And I don't have a Lions game on here this week. You know why? Because the Lions, believe it or not, the Lions are playing Monday Night Football this week. Yes, they're on Monday Night Football. So, you know what that means? It means Tuesday is going to be terrible. Not because you're a Lions fan. That's not what I'm saying. Because I'll probably end up staying up to watch the game. So, yes. All right, so this week's games I chose for you guys. I chose a couple of games here. These guys I chose for the obvious reasons because most of us in our area and all around us in our listening area and most of our viewing area, this game will be on CBS at 1 p.m. They cover the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have 0 wins and 1 loss. They are on the road this week. They are playing the 1 win, 0 losses, the Baltimore Ravens. I honestly, over the years, and what I do with it, just lost it. Over the years, Cleveland's, since their reincarnation, has not been very good. I got to go with the Baltimore Ravens just for that reason alone. This next game, however, is... Are you ready? 3 points! 3 points! It's your 3-point bonus game! Yes, it is. And I do think this is going to be a good game this week. We have the 1 win and 0 losses. The Philadelphia Eagles. And they're on the road this week. And they are traveling and playing, folks, against the 1 win and 0 losses, the Kansas City Chiefs, coached by none other than an awesome, amazing coach, former Eagles coach, Andy Reid. Folks, these guys got it done Monday night. Or was it Sunday night? I can't remember. These guys beat the Super Bowl champions. Yes, they did. Don't rule out Kansas City as a competitor. Coach Andy Reid, one of my all-time favorite coaches, as pro coaches go. Andy Reid getting the job done in Kansas City. I got to go with Kansas City for the win. Kansas City Chiefs for the win. All right. And this game is on 1 p.m. This is the game that should be on Fox. Sometimes they change that on me, so I'm not 100% sure. Just know Lions are not on this week. This is a good game to see, though, as you await Lions football on Monday night. All right, I've been doing this. I haven't been very good at doing this lately. In fact, you'll notice that I've taken off where the race is at on these sheets. So I'm going to look up the race for you right now. Where the race is at this week. NASCAR race schedule 2017. All right. And this weekend, Chicagoland Speedway is this week's race. Chicagoland Speedway. It is the Tale of the Turtles 400. Tales of the Turtles 400. It will be on NBCS. It's on, or you can listen to the radio on MRN. This is kind of cool. This site actually tells me last year's winner was Martin Truex Jr. So that was last year's winner for that race. 3 p.m. race. 3 p.m. Tales of the Turtle. Turtle 400. It's a Chicagoland Speedway. Okay. I am going to continue to go with my guy, Kyle Busch. That's who I have winning the race this week. All right. Returning this week, I actually have, I have a decent amount of info for you guys this week. So returning this week, Sports Frenzy info, because we didn't have much stuff for you last week. But we do have some stuff to talk about this week. It appears that we will be seeing the return of Alberto El Patreon, as he now goes by, or has been going by since he re-left WWE, will be making his in-ring return at Bound for Glory. Those of you who know, he was stripped of the title because him and Paige have been having issues, and it rolled out into problems that Impact Wrestling or GFW didn't want to deal with, so he's been off TV for a while. But he will be making his return at Bound for Glory, and it is being said that they are excited about that, and that they have some big things planned for him. So let's see if he can keep himself out of trouble this time around. Michael Bennett, football player, filing a lawsuit against the Los Angeles police, states that he was abused while in their care, in their custody and care. And he's flat out come out and said something needs to be done about this. And so he is pursuing legal options there. Daniel Cormier, hopefully I pronounced this right, has been reinstated as the UFC light heavyweight champion, as John Jones has failed another drug test and has been stripped of the title yet again. Yes, folks, apparently, from what I'm understanding, this is the third time that he has been stripped of the title. Can't even read my own writing right now. Oh, here's one that you guys will love. Miami Dolphins player Kenny Stillis is calling for more players to protest the national anthem. And I don't think so, dude. That doesn't happen, and it shouldn't happen. Do what's right. Stand up for the national anthem like you're supposed to. Hey, guess what, Philadelphia fans? That's right. Philadelphia is adding a lacrosse team. Woohoo! Yes. The NLL last night was happy to announce that Philadelphia will be having a team this season. I don't have any other details on it other than that right now. There is a article and a live video on our Facebook page about more about this, but they don't even have like a team logo, team name, anything yet. It's just in the early planning stages of the for Philadelphia. But congratulations, they will be getting a pro lacrosse team. The LA Kings, folks, are looking for a good goalie. Yes, they are having open goalie tryouts on September 27th. I've got it on good accord that Jamie Rose is planning on going to LA to try out for this. Interesting fact, well, not really even an interesting fact, but hey, Roger Dodger, how do you feel about the LA Kings? Are you a Kings fan? Like you're a Dodgers fan? Anyway, the open tryouts will be September 27th. If you're interested in going down there and checking out, you know how to get a hold of Jamie Rose. He's going to go down there and try out too, so you might be able to hitch a ride with him. Odell Beckham Jr. is in practice, but is taking limited playing time. He says he has an injury that could keep him out of action, full action, or all action for 6 to 8 weeks. Hey, has anybody got or looked at or pre-ordered NBA 2K18? Guess what, folks? There's some leaks about uniforms on there. That's right. Apparently, your Detroit Pistons are going to have new uniforms this year. And the uniforms were leaked on the 2K18 game. So, I don't know if the pictures are still up. You can go in and look. I find it interesting that they don't keep that a better secret than what it is. So, new Piston uniforms to go along with their new stadium, along with the Red Wings. Do you think this is going to make any difference at all for the Pistons? I highly doubt it. We shall see, though. Good news for Michigan fans. Grant Newsome, who had a career-ending injury last season and almost lost his leg over this injury, is healing up well, almost healed, and does plan on coming back to Michigan next season. Go Blue! The Lions. Speaking of the Lions Monday night game, they are doing some tweaking to their lineup for Monday night's game. We might see something different than we've seen in the past week. And they also released their 2017 draft pick, defensive man. Oh, wait, sorry, not a defensive man. Where did I see that at? Lost my article. Pat O'Connor. I'm not even sure what position he played, but he's been released. And he was their 2017 draft pick. Hey, guess what? Did you know that Global Force Wrestling / Impact / formerly TNA, they are actually releasing going to be releasing a online service like WWE has. And because of a glitch in their system, aka they were still working on it, it went live yesterday, I believe. And millions of people were checking out their stuff for free. No, Global Force Wrestling was not offering this content for free. There was a glitch in their computer systems. So it turned out to be, it came, as soon as they found out what was going on, they later took it down. Oh, too funny. The Detroit Red Wings have released their 2017 training camp roster. You can go to our Sports Frenzy page and check out the article. Way too many guys to name. I can tell you this. They have 41 forwards, 25 defensive men, and 8 goalies. That's everybody that's on the roster right now. So good luck to all of them, wherever you end up. If you end up a Red Wing or a Griffin or a Walleye even. Danica Patrick says she is out of Stewart Haas racing after this season. She has big plans that she can't talk about right now, but she wants you to know she has a new sponsor and she will be back at next season with a different sponsor, but she's not at liberty to talk about it yet. But yet she's telling us she's out of the other place. So yeah. Your NFL top rankings this week. We have the Packers at number 1, Chiefs at number 2, Patriots at number 3, Raiders at number 4, and the Falcons at number 5. And let's see. Our last news for tonight: Michigan football is being documented this season for an Amazon Prime documentary. Which basically means if you have Amazon Prime has a lot of shows and stuff on their on Prime now, so you can get this stuff on there. All right, one last thing for you guys. Let's look at our before we shut things down. For those of you who are joining us live on Facebook Live, tell you who is playing Thursday Night Football tonight. Thursday night football schedule. All right, tonight we have the 0 wins, 1 loss Houston Texans going up against the 0 wins and 1 loss Cincinnati Bengals. That is your Thursday night football game. Folks, from what I'm understanding, with all the protesting that's going on by these football players and stuff, the football stats or football viewing is down. So I don't know how you feel about that, but apparently people are feeling very strongly about that and protesting by not watching these games. So kickoff time is 8:25, so this is going to be a late game. Chances are real good I might take in some of it, but I won't be staying up for the whole game. Got work tomorrow. All right, with that being said, everyone, thanks for joining us this week for the Picks edition. I will hopefully be back with you Sunday for the recap show, if all goes as planned. That's what I plan on doing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope it was lively enough for you guys this week, and I'm back to the way things should be. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone. Much love out there to everybody, and we'll see you again real soon. And go Blue!